The tail's all crunchy.
The fish is so meaty.
We've been invited by a Malay family into their village and into their home to collect food from their garden, cook with them, and eat a mouth-watering Malay lunch. You've got to check this out. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate. We hope you're hungry. Let's eat. This is going to be a really fun day because we've come to our friend Syaza's kampung or village, and we are going to be cooking a huge Malay lunch, and everyone is already in the house getting into the work, so I reckon we should head inside and see what everyone's up to. The kitchen is a hive of activity and everyone's got a job. There are people cleaning the fish, tripe. I'm on onions for the kerabu or salad. We're actually at Syaza's grandparents' house and we're heading into the kebun or garden with Auntie to get some tapioca root or ubi. Let's go and see if we can dig some up.
To get the ubi or the tapioca root, you just pull the whole tree out of the ground. You just yoinked it out, the whole thing, and it's not a small tree. So amazing. And now that the roots have been whacked off that tree, the tree got discarded, but it will just grow back from the hole because there's still some roots down there in the hole. So the whole tree will just grow back.
And now we've come to these huge barrels and we're collecting freshwater fish.
Time to harvest a coconut. You just twist it and the whole thing will just pop off eventually. Wow, you twist a lot. Coconut! Wow, it's heavy. That's the harvesting from the garden complete, and there's so many hands working away in the kitchen to get this meal together. There is just so many amazing smells coming out of all the things that are being cut and diced and blended.
Auntie is frying up some chili peppers to make cabai masak asam, which is chili peppers cooked in a tamarind water or sauce. And then there's also some rebong soup with some papaya. So rebong is a bamboo shoot. It is all smelling so good.
So we're making a kerabu umbut kelapa. So this one is the paste with some belacan, chilli, lemongrass and some onion. So now I added up this curry stick.
Curry stick is toasted coconut, and it smells so good. The aroma. Oh. And so the kerabu is like a salad, and we're gonna, what are we adding? Tripe?
Yeah.
Tripe, so beef stomach, and
this is
some
coconut shoot. I'm not sure.
Coconut shoot. It's gonna be really flavoursome. Lunch is ready! This beautiful table has been set out on the front porch and it's just laden with food. So let me talk you through the fruits of everyone's labour. We have kari, kepala ikan, which is a fish head curry. We have a stingray, which has been poached, and then there's this sort of sambal on top. So there's red onion, tomato, and almost like a salsa. And then we've got the soup, which is made up of bamboo shoots and papaya. Kerabu, which Syaza was making, and it's got that tripe in it with coconut milk, the toasted coconut, herbs. It looks amazing. And then we've got this really rich looking nangka masak lemak, which is a jackfruit coconut gravy dish. And we also have some fried fish and some ulam, so a lot of different salads and vegetables to sort of cleanse the palate and really go with this meal. Holy moly, it looks amazing. I've inadvertently ended up with the biggest plate in the history of the world, but I'm not complaining because there are so many delicious looking dishes on this plate of rice. So I've got this kerabu here, so that's the salad that was made up of the tripe, the coconut and also the herbs. Here is the kari, kepala ikan, or the fish head curry. You can see that it's got some juicy tomatoes cooked in with it. We've got some poached ubi, which are freshly picked tapioca leaves and they've just been sort of steamed. Here is some pekasam, which is a fermented fish. We've got some sambal belacan, which is a fermented shrimp condiment, and it's a Thai style one, so it's got some lime and some chilli and all sorts in there. I've got half a fried whole fish, some nangka gulai, which is the jackfruit coconut milk gravy dish, and then this in the middle is some chilli which has been cooked with tamarind water. What a feast! I'm gonna give that kerabu a go, so I'm gonna get a little bit of rice with that and then just pop that in my gob. Holy moly. Wow, such a great flavour. You can really taste that coconut milk and that toasted grated coconut flavour. And then there's down salam in there, which is a local herb. So it tastes a little bit like celery, so it gives it a real crisp sort of flavour. Let's try this fish head curry that Auntie was making. The fish is just, so it's on the bone obviously. So I've just got to pull a bit of the meat off and then get a little bit of rice. Oh, it's still really warm. Okay, give that a go. Oh, the fish is so meaty. It just melts in your mouth. Oh, and the flavour is actually really quite mild, so you can really taste those spices like fenugreek, cumin, all sorts in there. And then the gravy's just mixed in with that rice and it's so good. Let's try this fish here. So it's the whole fried fish. I'm just going to peel a little bit off and have it with this sambal belacan, which is Thai style. So it's got lots of really pungent flavours in it. And I get a little bit of rice. Oh, that part was really garlicky. So it's got a really strong garlic flavour. There's chilli. The chillies are like dancing all over my mouth, on the tip of my tongue, really hot. And that lime is so strong. This is such a delicious spread.
This has been so fun watching and helping all of this food get made. So I have a very similar plate to Sheena, all the same sort of things. I think I might start by trying this pekasam. It's something we have had once before in KL. So it's a fermented fish. So you can see here there's like a half little fish, and then there's some fried onions on top, and there's also some dried fried chillies being dumped on top of there. So let's try this fish. So it's salted and then covered in like a cooked rice, and then sits for a week or two to become the fermented fish. And I loved this dish last time we had it, so I'm just going to try it. I'll grab a little bit of rice and the fish. Wow! Wow! The flavour! That fermented flavour! That's unreal. That is much stronger than the last one we had. It just bursts. It's like having a fermented drink because it's so like tingly. So it's got a bitterness because of the fermentation, but it's more of a tingle. So down the sides of my tongue, they're just alive with flavour. Oh, that's so good. And then the onions on top gave some crunch and a little bit of sweetness. Whoa, amazing. That is an incredible first mouthful. That's the sort of first mouthful you could just stop. Like, that could be the end of the meal because it's so happy, but I'm not going to, because how full is this plate of good stuff? I think maybe we'll stick with the seafood thing. Like, let's try this stingray. So the wings were just cut off. So you can see this is the wing. on the edge there, and it was covered in some red onions, some chillies, some tomatoes, all just fresh this time. Let's give it a go. And the stingray was just boiled in some water, so it's really soft. Right, so I got that big wing of the stingray, there's some chilli on there, and some onion. Oh, it's so soft. It's such a mild flavour. It has a sort of a fishy seafood flavour, but it's very mild, and having the fresh onions and those, I got a little bit of tomato was hiding underneath. That just added a burst of sweetness and crunch. This is so good. I'm going to try next one of my favourite things, and that is nangka or jackfruit. So in this case, I love it fresh, but in this case it's cooked in a masak lemak. So that is a coconut gulai, or like a gravy. So we've got a big piece of the jackfruit here. We'll grab some nasi, some rice. Well, it's gone all soft. It's the texture of like a boiled potato, an over-boiled potato almost, so really soft. That coconut gravy has got turmeric and whatnot in it, so it's just a nice rounded gulai or gravy. Really good. Oh, this meal is just incredible. There's these flavours. I've got the different gravies from a few of the dishes. There's a fish head that we haven't even eaten yet. There's that masak lemak from the nangka that I just had. Those flavours are coming together. Unreal. What a spread.
Time to try this pucuk ubi or tapioca leaf. I'm going to grab some and then dip it in that freshly made sambal belacan, that chilli condiment, and then just try it like that. So good. Really fresh. And it doesn't get much fresher than this. What's really cool is that we've been in the garden, grabbed all this stuff to make this meal. It's been so much fun cooking with our friends here. I've got to try this chilli, which has been cooked in the tamarind water. Let's give that a go. The chilli seems to have gone really soft in the cooking process. It's really sweet. Wow. This is just honestly such amazing food, and really, really cool as an experience to be able to cook some of this Malay food that we love so much and that we've been eating whilst we've been all over Malaysia.
How good is this spread? It's just, what a plate of food. It's crazy. But this pekasam, the first thing I ate, is what is just blowing my mind. I'm going to have a little bit more of that, because look at that little bit of fish tail I've got there, onions, I'll get some rice. Let's get that down the hatch. The tail's all crunchy because it was fried, so it's been fermented, but I didn't mention it was fried, so it gets fermented and then fried just before we eat it. Oh my god, the flavour is so strong. That is incredible, but everything is so incredible. It all goes so well together, and sitting here with a family at their house eating like this is such a treat.
It's dessert time, and we're now prepping the ubi kayu or the tapioca root that we pulled out of the ground before. So here we're just peeling away the outer skin and then soaking the root in water. We've come out to the front porch to enjoy our dessert because it's a lot cooler. So dessert is this boiled tapioca, coconut and some cane sugar. So the tapioca was peeled like you saw before, and then it's been boiled in water until it's tender, so it's nice and soft. And basically what you do is just you grab a bit of this hot tapioca, it's boiling, dip it in that sugar, and then just grab a little bit of the coconut. The tapioca is quite sticky, so it all just sticks to it. And then just eat it like that. Let's give it a go. Tapioca is just really soft and sticky, almost like sweet potato. I'm going to try this more yellower one and see if it tastes different, or just the tapioca by itself. So just really sticky, tastes a little bit like a boiled potato crossed with a sweet potato crossed with a yam. So it has like a tiny bit of natural sweetness, but once you dip it in that cane sugar and that coconut, it just transforms it into the most delicious bite. Wow, it's so simple but so tasty. And then we've got some black coffee to wash it all down with.
What a lunch, what a day. We've learned so much. We've eaten the most incredible food.
So
that
good.
Was amazing.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Syaza and her family for welcoming us into their home. It was an unforgettable experience. Terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih banyak.
Sama-sama.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this one. Remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more food adventures, because we're going to be traveling around PERLIS, Kedah and Perak. So more content coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Jumpa lagi.
Jumpa lagi.